In Virginia, when approaching a roundabout, you must always A. Enter without slowing down. B. Yield to traffic already in the circle. C. Stop completely before entering. D. Accelerate quickly to merge. Answer, B. Virginia traffic law requires drivers approaching a roundabout to yield to vehicles already circulating inside. This prevents collisions and ensures smoother traffic flow. Unlike stop signs, you don't always need to stop completely unless traffic is approaching. Enter at a safe speed and keep moving in a counterclockwise direction. What is the penalty for refusing a breath test under Virginia's implied consent law? A. Small fine only. B. Automatic suspension of license. C. Warning and retest option. D. Mandatory jail time for first refusal. Answer, B. Virginia's implied consent law means that by driving, you agree to take a breath or blood test if suspected of DUI. Refusing results in automatic license suspension, even without a DUI conviction. A first offense typically suspends driving privileges for 1 year, and repeated refusals carry harsher penalties. When driving in Virginia foggy weather, you should always A. Use high-beam headlights. B. Drive with hazard lights on continuously. C. Use low-beam headlights. D. Turn off headlights completely. Answer, C. High-beam lights reflect off fog and create glare, reducing visibility. Virginia DMV guidelines advise using low-beam headlights to cut through fog. Hazard lights should only be used if you're stopped. Driving without lights in fog is unsafe and illegal. The maximum speed limit on Virginia interstate highways in rural areas is A. 55 miles per hour. B. 65 miles per hour. C. 70 miles per hour. D. 75 miles per hour. Answer, C. Virginia law sets the maximum speed limit on most rural interstates at 70 miles per hour. However, local signs may post lower limits. Exceeding posted speed limits can lead to reckless driving charges, especially if you drive 20 miles per hour or more above the limit. When approaching a stopped school bus with flashing red lights on a 2-lane road in Virginia, you must A. Slow down but continue driving. B. Stop only if children are crossing. C. Stop in both directions until lights stop. D. Honk to warn children. Answer, C. In Virginia, all drivers traveling in either direction must stop for a school bus with flashing red lights on a 2-lane road. This law ensures the safety of children boarding or leaving the bus. Vehicles can only proceed once the lights stop flashing and the stop sign arm is withdrawn. A solid double yellow line in the center of a Virginia road means A. Passing is allowed from both sides. B. Passing is allowed only when no cars are coming. C. No passing allowed from either direction. D. Passing allowed for turning only. Answer, C. A solid double yellow line means passing is strictly prohibited in either direction. It separates traffic traveling in opposite directions. Breaking this rule can cause head-on collisions and lead to serious penalties. If your brakes fail while driving downhill in Virginia, the safest action is to A. Turn off the engine immediately. B. Shift to a lower gear and pump the brakes. C. Accelerate to reach the bottom quickly. D. Pull the parking brake sharply. Answer, B. The Virginia DMV manual recommends shifting to a lower gear to let the engine slow the vehicle, while pumping the brakes to build pressure. Pulling the parking brake too hard may cause skidding. Never shut off the engine as it disables power steering and braking assistance. In Virginia, you must signal at least how many feet before making a turn? A. 50 feet. B. 75 feet. C. 100 feet. D. 150 feet. Answer, C. Virginia law requires drivers to signal at least 100 feet before turning. This gives other drivers and pedestrians enough time to react. On highways or at higher speeds, signaling earlier is recommended for safety. If you are under 21 in Virginia and caught with a BAC of 0.02%, you may face A. No penalty. B. A fine and license suspension. C. Only a warning. D. Only mandatory counseling. Answer, B. Virginia enforces a strict zero-tolerance DUI law for drivers under 21. Any BAC of 0.02% or higher leads to license suspension and fines, even if below the standard 0.08% adult limit. This law deters underage drinking and driving. The legal minimum following distance behind a fire truck responding to an emergency in Virginia is A. 100 feet. B. 200 feet. C. 300 feet. D. 500 feet. Answer, D. Virginia law requires drivers to stay at least 500 feet behind a fire truck or emergency vehicle responding to a call. This ensures safety and prevents interference with emergency responders. Following too closely can lead to fines and accidents. On a Virginia highway, if you miss your exit, you should A. Stop and reverse carefully. B. Continue to the next exit. C. Cross the median to turn back. D. Pull onto the shoulder and wait. Answer, B. Reversing or crossing medians on highways is illegal and dangerous. If you miss an exit, you must continue driving until the next one and safely return. This rule prevents collisions with fast-moving traffic. When is it legal to turn right on red in Virginia? A. Never allowed. B. Always allowed without stopping. C. Allowed after stopping unless signs prohibit. D. Allowed only at night. Answer, C. In Virginia, right turns on red are permitted after a complete stop unless a sign says otherwise. Drivers must yield to pedestrians and other vehicles before turning. This balances traffic flow efficiency with safety. Using a cell phone while driving is illegal in Virginia for A. Only drivers under 18. B. Only bus drivers. C. All drivers regardless of age. D. Only commercial vehicle drivers. Answer, C. As of 2021, Virginia law prohibits all drivers from holding a handheld cell phone while driving. Hands-free devices are permitted, but distracted driving remains a leading cause of crashes. Penalties include fines and demerit points on your license. If traffic lights are out at an intersection in Virginia, drivers should A. Treat it as a four-way stop. B. Drive through without stopping. C. Yield only to larger vehicles. D. Wait until police arrive. Answer, A. When signals are not working, Virginia law requires drivers to treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Each vehicle must stop and proceed in the order they arrived, yielding to pedestrians as necessary. The blood alcohol concentration (BAC) limit for adult drivers in Virginia is A. 0.02%. B. 0.05%. C. 0.08%. D. 0.1%. Answer, C. Virginia enforces a legal BAC limit of 0.08% for drivers over 21. Exceeding this level is considered driving under the influence, DUI. Drivers with lower backs can still be convicted if impaired. The correct hand signal for stopping or slowing down is A. Left arm straight out. B. Left arm bent upward. C. Left arm bent downward. D. Right arm waving. Answer, C. Extending the left arm downward with the palm facing back signals slowing or stopping. Hand signals are especially useful if your brake lights malfunction. Virginia drivers must know them to communicate intentions clearly. When must headlights be used in Virginia? A. Only at night. B. From sunset to sunrise and when visibility is below 500 feet. C. Only when raining. D. Only on highways. Answer, B. Virginia law requires headlights from sunset to sunrise, during inclement weather, and whenever visibility is less than 500 feet. Driving without lights in poor conditions increases crash risk and violates safety laws. At what age can a Virginia driver obtain a learner's permit? A. 14. B. 15. C. 15 years and 6 months. D. 16. Answer, C. In Virginia, you must be at least 15 years and 6 months old to apply for a learner's permit. This ensures teenagers have reached a developmental level to begin learning to drive under supervision. If your vehicle starts to hydroplane on a Virginia roadway, you should A. Slam the brakes. B. Steer straight and ease off the gas. C. Turn sharply to regain control. D. Accelerate quickly. Answer, B. Hydroplaning occurs when tires lose contact with the road due to water. The safest response is to ease off the accelerator and steer straight until traction is restored. Sudden braking or steering can worsen the skid. If you are pulled over by law enforcement in Virginia, you should A. Exit your vehicle immediately. B. Stay inside with hands visible. C. Reach for your documents quickly. D. Ignore the officer until questioned. Answer, B. The Virginia DMV advises drivers to stay inside the car with seat belt fastened and hands clearly visible, usually on the steering wheel. This ensures safety for both driver and officer. Reaching suddenly for documents may be misinterpreted as a threat. What does a flashing yellow arrow mean in Virginia? A. Stop before turning. B. Turn left only if oncoming traffic is clear. C. Left turn protected. D. No left turn allowed. Answer, B. A flashing yellow arrow indicates drivers may turn left but must yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Unlike a green arrow, it is not a protected turn. This rule reduces delays while maintaining safety. When parking uphill with a curb in Virginia, you should A. Turn wheels toward the curb. B. Turn wheels away from the curb. C. Keep wheels straight. D. Set parking brake only. Answer, B. On an uphill road with a curb, wheels should be turned away from the curb so if the vehicle rolls, it will roll back into the curb instead of into traffic. This is a key safety requirement tested on the permit exam. If two vehicles arrive at a Virginia four-way stop at the same time, the right-of-way goes to A. The larger vehicle. B. The vehicle on the right. C. The faster vehicle. D. The vehicle on the left. Answer, B. At four-way stops, if two vehicles arrive simultaneously, the vehicle on the right has the right-of-way. This simple rule prevents confusion and collisions. Drivers must remain cautious and courteous at all times. What is the consequence of driving over 85 miles per hour in Virginia? A. Speeding ticket only. B. Reckless driving charge. C. Just a fine with no points. D. Warning only. Answer, B. In Virginia, driving over 85 miles per hour is automatically considered reckless driving, a criminal offense. It can lead to heavy fines, license suspension, or even jail time. This strict law aims to reduce highway fatalities. When must you yield to pedestrians in Virginia? A. Only in marked crosswalks. B. At unmarked crosswalks and intersections. C. Only when traffic lights are green. D. Only during daylight hours. Answer, B. Virginia law requires yielding to pedestrians at both marked and unmarked crosswalks. Drivers must stop for pedestrians crossing legally, regardless of traffic signals. This ensures pedestrian safety across the state. The safest way to handle a skid on Virginia roads is to A. Steer in the direction you want the car to go. B. Brake hard and hold. C. Accelerate quickly. D. Turn steering wheel opposite to the skid. Answer, A. In a skid, Virginia DMV recommends steering gently in the direction you want the car to travel. Overcorrecting or slamming the brakes can worsen the skid. Smooth control restores traction. What is the minimum distance you must stop from a railroad crossing in Virginia when warning signals are active? A. 5 feet. B. 10 feet. C. 15 feet. D. 25 feet. Answer, C. Virginia law requires drivers to stop at least 15 feet from railroad tracks when gates are lowered or signals are flashing. This ensures safety in case a train passes at high speed. In Virginia, what should you do if an emergency vehicle with flashing lights approaches from behind? A. Continue at the same speed. B. Move to the right and stop. C. Speed up to stay ahead. D. Stop in your lane. Answer, B. Drivers must yield to emergency vehicles by moving to the right side of the road and stopping until the vehicle passes. This allows responders to reach emergencies without delay. A Virginia driver with a learner's permit may drive only if A. Accompanied by a licensed driver at least 21. B. Accompanied by any adult passenger. C. Driving during daytime only. D. Driving on local roads only. Answer, A. A learner's permit holder must be accompanied by a licensed driver at least 21 years old, or 18 if the person is a legal family member. This supervision ensures beginner drivers gain experience safely. In Virginia, if traffic officers' directions conflict with posted signs or signals, you must A. Follow the posted sign. B. Follow the traffic signal. C. Follow the officer's directions. D. Ignore both and stop. Answer, C. Virginia law requires drivers to always follow directions of law enforcement officers, even if they contradict signs or signals. Officers can override traffic control devices to manage emergencies, accidents, or congestion.